Yeah, you now tuned in to Confidential Hood Stories. Finna hit you with this story about the time I was on death row with Tookie Williams. Spent the whole week on death row. You wonder how I got on death row? I ain't murder nobody or nothing. Here go the story. First off, I end up in San Quentin on a bogus charge. Got set up on some, out there running them streets. Got caught up. Long story short, I end up in San Quentin. Man. So while in San Quentin, sitting in San Quentin, I'm like, yo, it's a whole lot of movement going on up in here. It's a whole lot of business going on up in here. A lot of entrepreneurship going on up in San Quentin. And that wasn't my first time there. Actually, I've been there over 10 times. So while on this violation, I had a visit that I supposed to went to, but who knows who was coming to my visit, because I had so many people on my roster to come see me. I didn't know who actually was coming to see me. So I'm chilling on the yard, me and the crew. We out there waiting on our names to be called for the visit. So everything good. It's about 1 o'clock maybe, or maybe even earlier. We chilling on the yard. I'm waiting on them to call my name so I can go to my visit. Now mind you, I don't know who coming to see me. So we on the yard, and I see the goon squad coming in, the goon squad moving in. It's a team, it's like a task force team that's in the prison. And so, as they coming in, we on the yard chilling like, yo, they finna do a bust or something, bruh. They really finna hit the yard or something. They finna hit somebody locker or something, somebody's cell. Cause then I wasn't in the cell, I was in H unit, where it's dormitory living, level 2. So we see them coming. I'm like, man, that ain't go, boy. Gotta lay low, I'm waiting on my visit. So they go past the one dorm and they hit my dorm. I'm like, man, what is they doing? Now mind you, it was this cat that gave me a tattoo gun. He supposed to been doing some tattoos on me. So for some odd reason, he told me to hold his tattoo gun that date. So I put the tattoo gun in my locker. Put the tattoo gun in my locker. When they go to the dorm, they go straight to my locker. Now, I don't know what they looking for, because I wasn't doing nothing. You feel me? You know what I mean? They hit the locker. They come out with the tattoo gun. And then they looking at me. And all I hear is my last name over the loudspeaker. Report to the sergeant office. I'm like, man, what I done did now? I'm thinking it's just a tattoo gun. Now, mind you, I end up on death row with Tookie Williams. Check game though. So, a week prior before that, this youngster got caught up at the visit. He was bringing in all kind of shit in the visit. And they tested him because they couldn't catch him with it. So they tested him and he found out he was dirty and they took his visits. And I don't know what else he was in there talking about. You know what I mean? But he done gave me this tattoo gun. Then when they jacked me, they put me in this little dummy box. It's a cage, look like a phone booth. You gotta sit in that thing for hours. So I'm sitting in this dummy cage like, man, what I done did, man? What I done did? So the sergeant like, yeah, you know whoop-de-whoop? I'm like, nah. Yeah, I know him, but why? They're like, what, they coming to see you today? I'm like, I don't know. Shit, I got 10 people coming to see me. I don't know who coming to see me. So they like, well, do you know about the drugs that was being brought into the facility? I'm like, what drugs? I don't know nothing about no drugs, sir. He like, well, you're in a lot of trouble. And I'm like, for what? Well, I ain't did nothing. He like, well, at your visit, I say, man, I ain't even make it to my visit. I ain't even go in the visiting room. I was on the yard. He like, well, we got to investigate this a little bit more. So he left me in the dummy booth for about 5 hours. No bull, no cap, like 4 hours a week. No cap. So, matter of fact, for about 2, 3, it felt like 5 hours. So next thing you know, they come to the thing and was like, we finna move you to the hole. I'm like, for what? They like, we gotta do a full investigation right now. I'm like, man, come on. So they handcuffed me, took me out. And I remember now, by the time this time, it was about, what time that count be? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock count. So everything was locked down, right? Everything supposed to be locked down at 4 o'clock. Everything supposed to be on lock at 4 o'clock for the 4 o'clock count. That's all across the California penitentiaries. So 4 o'clock hit, everything is shut down, right? But when they moved me through to go from H unit through the wall, through the barricade, through the little border they got, and get to the big yard, I hit the big yard. And when I'm walking around, if you're familiar with it, which I hope you're not, so as I'm walking around with the CO's handcuffed, I see the brother who gave me the tattoo gun. And 2 other brothers that was with him, older cats, that I ain't never seen before. And all 3 of them had on brand new clothes now. He had on brand new clothes. He ain't even had them clothes before, looking like that. He had the new coat on, the new shirt, the pants, the boots, the beanie. All 3 of them was fitted up like that in the brand new shit. And if you know about it, and if you really know about doing time, ain't nobody supposed to be on their yard at 4 o'clock while they doing that time, while they doing that count, because everything's supposed to be shut down. The kitchen shut down, everything shut down at 4 o'clock. Everybody got to be in their cell on their bunk at 4 o'clock. So, why was he on that yard, bruh? And you know the cold part about it is, when I'm walking towards the hole and seeing him, he gonna say, bruh, what happened? And I just shook my head like, shit, you tell me. So they take me over there by Carson to the hole. That's by Badger and Carson and all of that, if you're familiar with it. So I'm walking through there, and I get to Carson, and they say it's full. Yeah, right. So they send me to East Block. So they walk me back around to East Block. So that's Death Row. You gotta pass up the commissary, pass up North Block, and you hit East Block right there, boom. So they walked me into the East Block. I'm like, man, why I gotta go over here? Shit, but I really wasn't tripping because I wanted to see Tookie Williams anyway. So I'm like, shit, I've been seeing him going past me every time he go to his visits or whatever he gotta do. Cause I've been over there on North Block before and used to always see him going to his visits with the cameras on him and everything. And be like, Tookie! And they'd be mad at me, ready to shoot me. Everybody else scared, getting on the ground, panning out. Me, I'm on the ground like, Tookie! So, I was happy to go, really. So when I got up in the thing, I'm looking like, man, this what it looked like. It was real quiet. It was quiet as a whistle. Not like West Block, where it's so rowdy and you can't even hear yourself. You can't even have a mind, you can't even hear your thoughts. In West Block, it sounds like you on a whole nother world somewhere. But that road, it was straight quiet. So they put me over there on the second floor, second tier. Tookie was on this side, on the east wing, and I was on the west wing. So we wasn't together like bunkies, cellies, but I was in the same facility as Tookie. So this facility is two sides of it, where one side holds cells, and this side holds cells. So it's a wing, east wing, west wing. So he was on this side. You know what I mean? So I yelled out, free Tookie Williams, free Tookie. I was in there rapping about it. I was in there trying to make him hear my voice, like, man, Tookie, can you hear me, bruh? Tookie! My other partner from Oakland, he was in there. He like, bruh, Tookie! I don't know why they had us over there, but they called it Overflow Hole. So I'm like, Overflow Hole? I ain't never heard of nothing like that before, but I guess it was for the ones that they just didn't know what to do with and was trying to pump some fear into us, like we was gonna be scared to go to death row. We wasn't scared. Shit, we was trying to see Tookie Williams. We was not scared, bro. So the story is, man, I seen Scott Peterson over there too, but that's gonna be part two. You feel me? Scott Peterson over there too. He was over there crying. Man, it was real crazy, yo. And this was when Tookie Williams first came to death row. I mean, Scott Peterson first got on death row. And he was there, and I heard the people at nighttime yelling at him because he was crying. And man, that's another story though. I'm gonna have to give y'all that one on another one about Scott Peterson. I was on death row with Scott Peterson. But Tookie, man, shout out to Tookie Williams and shout out to LA and shout out to the Crips. You know what I mean? Because Tookie Williams was a founder of the Crips, and Cripping wasn't about gang banging on each other. It wasn't about colliding with each other. It was about unity in the hood. It was about building each other up, building our communities up. So Tookie was really a revolutionary than anything, you feel me? And believe me, he did get set up for the woo-wop to get him up out the way because he was on that revolutionary type shit. And then, excuse my French, and then they turned it into, oh, it's gang banging, oh, he did this, oh, he did that, oh, he a threat to the society. So they always single out and targeted people like that, like Tookie, you feel me? So shout out to Tookie Williams, you feel me? And shout out to LA, shout out to the real gangbangers that's out there that's trying to bring unity to the communities instead of banging on each other, you feel me? Shout out to them because we don't need no house niggeros that's around that's trying to bring down our communities and bring down our people. You know what I mean? We rise together, you feel me? We struggle together, you feel me? We come up together, you feel me? And I feel as though the story that I'm telling about Tookie Williams, I feel as though he should have never been on death row, and I should have never went to death row. It's like a mental type thing that was going on at that time, you feel me? Where with his situation and mine, they trying to kill his body and they trying to kill my mind. So y'all gotta stay woke to what's real out there and just know that, man, time is just an illusion. So right now, everything in this matrix, we gotta break it. And we can't let these shackles keep us in chain with our minds, bodies, and spirits and souls. So we gotta break free from the bullshit, bullish. You feel me? I ain't gonna even cuss on this channel on the bullish. But we know what we up against every day. You know what I mean? So this story is dedicated to Tookie Williams. Shout out to Tookie Williams, you know what I mean? Shout out to the whole, the brothers in San Quentin that's out there that was protesting. Shout out to Snoop Dogg that was protesting, trying to bring Tookie Williams up out of there before the execution. Shout out to JT, the bigger figure, that was trying to get Tookie Williams up out of there with the mandatory business movement that him and Snoop Dogg was doing, and the whole LA movement that was going on. Shout out to Jamie Foxx that did the Redemption movie for Tookie Williams, you know what I mean, trying to free Tookie Williams. And God bless his soul, you know what I mean? He's a real revolutionary, he a real activist in our eyes. It ain't what they put on him, it ain't what they categorize him as. We know who he was. The man made books and won Nobel Prizes and tried to reach out to the youth and trying to inspire the new generations on building instead of destroying themselves. So it's a lot of people take that and try to destroy his image and his character on what his heart really intended to do with this world and this universe. So big ups and big shout out to Tookie Williams for sacrificing his life, for sacrificing his time for our generation that's out here, that's struggling with trying to be a man, trying to take our families and trying to take our communities under attack by all angles of the game, even our own kind. And it's like, we gotta wake up to what's real out here. You know what I mean? And I ain't no preacher, and I don't even believe in nothing but myself. So that's what y'all got to do out there. You start taking steps for yourself. You start looking within yourself and finding answers within yourself, because everything lies within yourself. So this message is for the world, man. You know what I mean? So y'all stay up out there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the channel. You know what I mean? We got all kind of stories that's coming to you live and direct, raw and uncut stories. You know what I mean? So stay tuned about the stories, man. It's just too many stories that's finna hit this channel that be on some real ish, that's gonna really wake y'all up to what's real out here, what we go through every day. You feel me? The ups and downs and the struggles that we do go through. So peace to y'all, man. Peace. I'd like to thank y'all for watching and tuning in to the channel. We're gonna be hitting y'all with bangers every day on these confidential hood stories. I hope y'all like this. Stay tuned, because we're gonna keep this thing turned up to the max. Raw and uncut stories coming live and direct to you. So y'all better push that like button, push that subscribe button, and let's get this thing cracking. Let's get this thing cracking, you heard me?